there, Evan Hirsch here. Welcome back to another episode of the Energy MD podcast, where we help you resolve your chronic fatigue, long COVID, and MCAS by finding and fixing the real root causes of your symptoms, a combination of heavy metals, chemicals, molds, infections, and trauma, what I call the toxic five. So really excited about today's episode because today we're going to be speaking with a participant in our program, and we're going to hear how they resolve their fatigue and other symptoms. So sit right back and let's jump into it.
I have had probably 15 or 20 years of struggles with, I would say, sugar addiction and at times extremely low energy that if I was taxed either intellectually, emotionally, or physically, that it would take me sometimes days to recover. And over that period of time, I have been to see a variety of providers and have gotten a little bit of help along the way. Probably one of the most profound things for me was changing my diet, really taking seriously that I needed to eliminate sugar. And of course, I did the energy blueprint, and there were a variety of strategies that had been recommended to regain energy. One of which was to have sun exposure, to decrease blue light, exposure to blue light in the evening, particularly from computers, cell phones. Get good sleep. So I've got a CPAP. You could probably see in the back of the video here that I've got blackout curtains. I'd done a lot of those things, and at the same time, I still felt like, the drain was open. I couldn't fill up the tub in some ways with energy. And when I heard about your work, I decided that I wanted to do that. I felt like the testing that you do would provide information that nobody else had given me. I ordered your book and sort of read through it and realized that it was way more complex and complicated than what I wanted to do on my own. I fully appreciate being with you, the time that you have taken to ask all kinds of detailed questions. And I would also say that some of your background knowledge and information of some of these hidden infections, like the Bartonella, I never would have identified that as a critical component of my need for treatment. So there's no question about it. You are doing a lot of the asking the right questions, getting the right information in terms of, what my hormones, what those needs are, any kinds of supplements, knowledge about the particular treatments. But I'm the one that has to eat properly. We found that there was mold in my house. I'm the one that had to get that cleaned up. I'm the one that has to go to the gym and to gauge, is it time for me to add a little bit more? Is it time for me to back off? So it feels like it's a real partnership working with you. I've enjoyed working with your staff. I find that through the patient portal that they've been very responsive to me, and if I have questions, I'm always getting them answered. So all in all, this has been very productive. And right now I can say, having just returned from my trip to Italy, that hiking up some of those hills that, probably goats go up, I felt like I was in much better shape, even than some of my younger colleagues were. So there's no question in my mind that we're moving in the right direction. We're not done yet. Of glad to continue working with you, but I'm also looking forward to the day when I don't have to do more treatment. Energy is much better. Kind of the pain in my right heel is gone. We're working on the pain in my left heel. The inflammation in my joints, particularly in my hands, has decreased. I'm not feeling the need to do yoga quite as much. I feel like, I'm able to lift weights now. My endurance is a little bit better. Sinuses have been clearing up. Yeah, the sore throat that I think I had taken almost for granted, I would say that's gone. So all in all, my whole system feels better. There's no question about it. This is an expensive condition. What I would say is that if someone really wants to get beyond this condition, you have to be willing to make the changes yourself. And again, there's no doubt that it does take those financial resources. So the sooner you follow up with what Evan recommends, the sooner you will be done with it. How's that? So having a meditation practice, I think, has been very beneficial for this.
You talked about how expensive it is, to see me and to spend money on supplements and labs and stuff like that. Is it worth it?
Yep. No question about it. You can, that's one of the reasons that I've just been really excited to be working with you, is that you are treating things, you're finding out what they are, and they're going away. And once they're gone away, then, I look forward to hopefully the day where I don't have to take supplements.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Kathy. I really appreciate it. And do I have your permission to use this video on our website and marketing materials?
You have my permission. I'd like to see what the finished run looks like.
So if you have chronic fatigue, long COVID, or mast cell activation syndrome, and you're looking for help, check us out at energized.com. We have a program for almost every single budget, and we're here to help. I hope you learned something on today's podcast. If you did, please share it with your friends and family and leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. It's really helpful for getting this information out to more people who desperately need it. Sharing all the experts I know and love and the powerful tips I have is one of my absolute favorite things to do. Thanks for being part of my community. Just a reminder, this podcast is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional care by a doctor or other qualified medical professional. It is provided with the understanding that it does not constitute medical or other professional advice or services. Thanks for listening, and have an amazing day.